All right, Molly, you good to go?
Okay, great. Welcome. Good morning, everybody. I'd love to call to order this February meeting of the Outreach Committee. Stephanie, can you take a roll call, please?
Of course, good morning. Ava Bermina Zimmerman,
Present.
Issa Canada.
Present.
Adrienne will not be joining us today. Sheila Hummel,
Present.
Molly Weston Williamson,
Present.
and Justin Zartman has not joined us yet, but we do have a quorum.
Great. Thank you so much. At this point, I'd like to acknowledge any members of the public who would like to identify yourself. You are welcome to, but not required to. We have a few folks joining us today. And with that, we can move on to review and approval of the minutes from the January meeting. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve the minutes.
Thanks, Sheila. Is there a second?
Second.
Thanks, Ava. All those in favor of approving the minutes, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing none, the minutes are approved, and I will turn it over to, I believe Amber is kicking off our updates for this meeting.
Yes, thank you. I'll be filling in for Jess today. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. All right, can everybody see my screen okay? Great, thanks. All right, good morning. So today is our February 16th Outreach Engagement Committee update. So Erin recently sat down with Christine Stewart of CT News Junkie, which resulted in a profile piece on Erin and the authority. The piece spoke to Erin's commitment to continual improvement on our processes and new developments like the document dashboard. CTPL leave and COAG. So Erin was asked to participate in the Governor's Council on Women and Girls panel discussion on domestic violence, which is actually to be held later today, 2/16, both in person and virtually. So Erin will be talking about Connecticut paid income replacement under CTP leave in connection with the Family Violence Leave Act. Others on the panel are Representative Robin Porter, Megan Scanlon of CCADV, and Suninia Bala of ROCA. CTP Leave has participated in numerous COAG events in the past, and we are just really excited to be able to come back and talk about this important issue. So for our newsletter update, our first newsletter to employers with approved private plans was sent out last week, and the metrics were exceptional with over 50% open rate and nearly an 8% click-through rate. Our first legislator newsletter of the new legislative session went out this week and featured the testimonial videos from our paid leave recipients and a notice about the April 30th deadline for contribution payments and a few useful links. And just a few of our recent webinars. We had WBDC in January, the CC of Municipalities, beginning of February, Connecticut Dental Health Partnership, and Erin did a Facebook Live with Senator Saad Anwar last week. So in addition to our winter webinar series, we've also participated in several other webinars with a few other external partners. And to share information with towns and city leaders about our program for their constituents. So last week we also met with, I believe it was the Senate Dems, and I believe next week we're meeting with the House Dems. And additionally, Erin participated in that Facebook Live, so we're definitely trying to engage with our legislators. And with that, I'm going to pass this on to Nancy to talk about our podcast downloads. So Nancy, I'm going to throw the ball to you.
Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day. So the downloads that we are at right now is 1,579. Glad to say that. And Monday, I released my podcast with our brand new CEO, Erin, and we talked about federal FMLA, Connecticut FMLA, and Connecticut paid leave, because people get, that's one of the biggest questions I get is what's the difference in all of these? And so Erin wrote a manual, so who better to have her explain it all? So it was wonderful, and I think really informative for people who are confused by what they all are. After I leave this meeting, I'm going to do a podcast, which I'm really excited about, on death doulas. I had never heard of death doulas until about a couple of weeks ago, and I was curious if we had any in Connecticut, and we do. So I am talking to a death doula who helped a woman who is in politics transition her mother. And the funny thing is the woman that she's helping is a birth doula. So it's going to be super, super interesting. I'm really excited about this one. And the next podcast that will go up is dealing with mental wellness, mental illness in children, something that we really need to address. The kids had a tough time with COVID. So I got a really wonderful guest on to talk about it. So I'm really excited. That's going to be the next podcast to go up. And I'm working on one on long COVID. So I have a bunch in the works, but please go check out Erin's. You can always go to ctpleave.org and click on the podcast. And that's really my update.
Thanks, Nancy. Thanks, Amber. I see Ava has her hand up.
I was gonna say that, Nancy, can you explain further what is a death doula? But I'll just listen to the podcast.
Yeah. So I didn't know they really help the family or the person who is passing. And they do a lot of emotional support, but she was also a hospice volunteer. So she has that knowledge, but I really was very interested in what they do. And she was a scientist. So her story in itself is going to be really amazing, because going from scientist to being a death doula and how her family reacted to all that will be really interesting. But I think the connection that she had with this woman, that story is really amazing about how she helped her in that really hard time of letting her mother go. So it's going to be great.
Thanks,
Well,
Nancy.
I
see Isha has her hand up.
Yes, Nancy, thanks for sharing kind of where you're headed with upcoming series to be launched. I'm just curious, how do you go out and find, individuals or come up with topics for the podcast?
That's a great question. I think I was in radio for 30 something years. I don't want to age myself too much, but I did this every week. So I'm pretty entrenched in the community, and I have people who I can go to and get guests fairly easily. But the topics are the interesting part, right? Because you want it to be relatable to Connecticut paid leave. And so I'm always trying to weave that or knit that. And I just think some of my connections have helped me quite a bit. And I try to be creative. It's my brain.
No, that's
We
awesome.
also welcome any suggestions and
Yes.
recommendations.
Yeah, I guess what I was thinking in terms of topics too, I'm not sure how much we actually comb some of our unstructured data, that's out there on social media. We could probably use some tools like Sprinkler and others. But as you're thinking of topics, that is relatable, might be helpful just to add another data set into the pool, just to kind of hear what people are talking about and what their concerns are, just kind of in relation to the program. So happy to talk further about some other tools or anything that we could.
Sure, if we can have a conversation, that would be great.
Yeah.
Anything that can help.
Yes, absolutely.
Thanks.
Love seeing the real-time collaboration coming together. Any other questions for Amber or Nancy? Okay, hearing none, is there any old business anyone would like to raise? Is there any new business anyone would like to raise? Well, I always love giving folks time back. Anything else anyone would like to raise? Okay, hearing none. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor of adjourning, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed to adjourning? Any abstentions from the vote to adjourn? Thank you so much, everybody. This has been a wonderful and highly efficient meeting, and I'll look forward to seeing everyone on the next board meeting.
Take care.
Good
Bye-bye.
luck today,
Thank you,
Erin.
everyone.
Yep.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.